You know exactly what you should be doing right now. The task is open in front of you. It matters. And yet, here you are. Why does your own brain refuse to do the thing it knows it needs to do? For most of your life, you've been told the answer is laziness. A character flaw. A discipline problem. Science says that explanation is wrong, completely wrong. Procrastination isn't a time management failure. It's your brain trying to protect you. In 2013, psychologists Fuschia Sirois and Timothy Pychyl published research that changed how scientists understand procrastination. Their finding was simple and strange: procrastination is not about managing time. It's about managing mood. Here's how it works. Certain tasks carry an emotional charge. Boredom. Self-doubt. Fear of failing. The moment you even think about the task, that unpleasant feeling arrives early, like a bill collector knocking before the bill is due. And your brain has a favorite trick for making bad feelings disappear instantly. Avoidance. Put the task away, and the discomfort vanishes, for a moment. That relief is real. It's measurable. And it works exactly like a reward. So every time you postpone something painful, your brain learns a lesson: avoiding this task feels good. You are not failing to use willpower. You are being trained, by relief, to run away. Under the hood, this is a battle between two systems. The limbic system, ancient, fast, emotional, screams about how uncomfortable the task feels right now. The prefrontal cortex, newer, slower, rational, quietly points at the calendar. Here's the problem. The limbic system is hundreds of millions of years old. It kept your ancestors alive by treating discomfort as danger. The prefrontal cortex, the planner, is the newest part of the brain, and in any shouting match, the old brain usually wins. When researchers scan people confronting tasks they dread, threat circuitry lights up. Your brain can respond to an essay deadline with machinery built for escaping predators. You don't just dislike the task, part of your brain is treating it like a wild animal. But there's a deeper reason the delay feels so painless in the moment. Psychologist Hal Hershfield put people in brain scanners and asked them to think about themselves, then about themselves 10 years from now. The result was unsettling. For many people, the brain region that activates when you think about yourself stayed quiet when they imagined their future self. Instead, the pattern looked like they were thinking about a stranger. Read that again. At the level of brain activity, the person who will suffer for today's delay is not fully you. Procrastination suddenly makes perfect sense. You're not stealing time from yourself. You're stealing it from someone your brain barely knows. Economists call the same pattern present bias. A reward right now feels enormous. The same reward next month feels faint and blurry, like a photograph left in the sun. So 5 minutes of relief today outbids 5 hours of panic next week. In 2007, psychologist Piers Steel reviewed nearly 700 studies and boiled procrastination down to a single equation. Motivation equals expectancy times value, divided by impulsiveness times delay. Translation. You'll act when you expect to succeed, on something that matters, and you'll stall when you doubt yourself, when the task feels meaningless, when you're easily distracted, or when the deadline is far away. This equation explains your whole life. Why you clean the entire apartment the night before an exam: cleaning offers instant, visible success. Why the vague project sits untouched for weeks: low expectancy, distant deadline. The math was simply against you. And modern life rigs every variable in the wrong direction. Your phone raises impulsiveness. Endless options lower value. Long-term goals stretch delay. We built a world that is, mathematically, a procrastination machine. Now the equation explains one more mystery: the midnight miracle. The night before the deadline, your procrastination vanishes. Suddenly you can focus for 6 straight hours. Where was this power all month? It was in the math. As the deadline approaches, the delay term in Steele's equation collapses towards zero, and motivation explodes. The consequences finally feel like they're happening to you, not to that stranger in the scanner. But there's a cost. Work done in panic is work done by a frightened brain, shallow, error-prone, and exhausting. And each deadline rescue teaches you a dangerous lesson, that you can always pull it off at the last second. Until the day the task is too big, and you can't. So how do you fight back? Not with shame. Studies show self-criticism makes procrastination worse. It adds more bad feeling to a problem caused by bad feelings. Researchers found the opposite works. People who forgave themselves for procrastinating procrastinated less on the next task. Next, shrink the threat. Your limbic system panics at big vague tasks, so make the first step laughably small. Don't write the report. Open the document and write one ugly sentence. The old brain doesn't fear anything that's small. Then let an old discovery carry you. In the 1920s, psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik noticed that waiters remembered unfinished orders far better than finished ones. Unfinished tasks nag at the brain, which means once you genuinely start, your own mind starts pulling you forward instead of holding you back. And finally, close the gap with your future self. Hershfield found that people who saw aged photos of themselves saved more money for retirement. So make future you vivid. Picture tomorrow morning, the version of you who opens the laptop and finds the work already begun. That person is not a stranger. That person is you. Procrastination was never laziness. It's an ancient alarm system misfiring in a modern world, and now you know how to switch it off. Start smaller than feels reasonable, forgive yourself faster than feels deserved, and let momentum do the rest. If you want more of the real science behind the behaviors you can't explain, subscribe. Next time, we're going even deeper into the machinery in your head.